Hello there, what's going on everybody? Today we're going to be talking about X-Wing 2nd Edition Aces packs, what we can expect because there have been certainly announcements that Aces packs are coming, the first of which was Heralds of Hope, but it is not the only one. There's going to be more. We're going to be talking all about those today. Also, big shout out to my sponsor for this video, Luxury Playstyle. They have the most amazing X-Wing tokens. These are full metal double-sided tokens, and you're going to love them. They come in a variety of finishes. You're going to get 15% off by using code Crabbok VIP, so definitely don't forget to use that code. You're also going to get a free Crabbok token with orders of $35 or more. And this is a double-sided token with the C and the lightsaber nunchucks with the blue blade representing the light side on the front, and then of course the dark side on the back with the red lightsaber nunchucks and the little force lightning coming out of them. You're gonna love this token. It's gonna be excellent to flip a coin, to mark your critical hits, to mark damage on other games. It works in a variety of games. You're going to love these tokens. So check out luxuryplaystyle.com. Use that code Crabbok VIP. All right, so we're going to talk about the Aces packs for X-Wing 2nd Edition today because, there's more coming. And, all of the announced products are out and we still have nothing, no official announcements of anything else that's going to be coming. So it has a lot of people wondering, hey, what's going on? Well, I'm going to refer back to some old leaks that were from the Lion Rampant and website, and of course we know that there are at least 3 more, if not more, in the big pipe Aces packs coming. They are the Phoenix Cell Squadron pack, the Skystrike Academy Squadron pack, and the Fugitives and Collaborators Squadron pack. Now these are Aces style packs. And, they have hinted at these. They've been talking about these all the way back to the Gen Con announcements and prior. They've been talking about these for a long time. And, we finally got the Heralds of Hope pack that was for the Resistance, and it was strange that was the first one, but that it was for the Resistance and not the First Order, and so it has a lot of people wondering, hey, well, what's coming next? Why haven't they announced anything yet? I'm assuming at this point that the Atomic Mass games, takeover or assumption of development, or however we want to call that, has probably led to maybe a stalling of certain new product announcements and articles. There haven't really been many articles coming out of fantasyflightgames.com lately, so the burden falls on all of the content creators in the community to come up with more news, and that is exactly what I'm doing. But I think there's actually some content here to talk about. Plus, I'm going to be announcing the winners at the end of this video or at least one of the winners for the 12 Days of Life Day giveaway, so stay tuned to the end of the video for that. So I want to talk about some of these packs today and what we think might be in them, because there's obviously some things that we can assume based on previous cards that have come out. So first thing I want to be talking about is, look, it's our Phoenix Cell Squadron, right? Phoenix Cell, obviously going to be talking about the A-Wings from Star Wars Rebels. That was Phoenix Cell. I don't think it'll be only A-Wings. I think it's probably going to be stuff that we saw in Star Wars Rebels. Now, there's a lot of things you can assume based on Star Wars Rebels. There might be that B-Wing. I presume we'll probably get Hera, at least in an X-Wing. I think, possibly an A-Wing, maybe in a B-Wing, maybe all 3. Maybe it really, if we're going with the assumptions that we're going to follow like what we got with the last pack, then it might just be 2 different types of ships. That would certainly mesh well with Heralds of Hope. That would certainly mesh well with the previous Aces packs from X-Wing 1st Edition, that they were always 2 different ships. Reskins usually. You're probably not going to get any brand new ships in these packs. These packs are also really designed to be good kind of catch-up packs for new players kind of coming into the game. So that's a thing that they can consider doing. It also gives them an opportunity for these factions, because these are presumably going to be Rebel, Imperial, and Scum and Villainy. This is also an opportunity for them to put some repaints or the 2.0 versions for ships that only existed in 1.0 that haven't come out in 2.0 yet. They could consider doing something like that. Now, in the case of the Phoenix Cell pack, I think it's probably going to be an A-Wing and an X-Wing. But since the last one had 3 ships, it's hard to judge what exact pattern they're going for because, well, the Resistance doesn't have that many ships compared to the Rebellion. So it is very possible they could go with an A-Wing, an X-Wing, and a B-Wing in this pack. And wouldn't that really make people want to buy multiples of them, if it has two, if it has one of each? I think that's a very possible thing. I mean, to be fair, there were also Y-Wings in Star Wars Rebels, and there was only one episode with a B-Wing, so it's probably not a B-Wing. But there was one episode that was all about the B-Wing, the Blade Wing. And I mean, I could even see them doing a unique, or a Blade Wing prototype kind of, customization or even title or something like that. So all of these things are potentially possible. But here's some things I think we'll see in this pack, because we have seen, in recent releases, we've seen certain things that are kind of chase cards that, like, hey, this came out in Heralds of Hope because it had X-Wings and A-Wings in it, but they weren't all restricted to only, the Resistance. So I think we'll see something like Backwards Tail Slide, which makes me think we'll probably get an X-Wing in that pack. I think we'll see something like Starboard Slash, which means we're almost certainly going to get an A-Wing in there. So these are like almost assured things that we're going to see. Next up, the Skystrike Academy pack. Now, this one is obviously going to be Empire. I mean, come on, it was definitely Imperials. It's really unsure as to what might be in the Skystrike Academy pack. I think there's a couple of different paths that they could go forward with here. I think TIE Bombers is a possibility, because they haven't reprinted TIE Bombers yet in second edition. And so, like, this would be an opportunity for them to do that. But then again, they may want to, when they do that, they may want TIE Bombers just to be their own thing. But I think, if I had to guess, I'd say the TIE Fighter and the TIE Interceptor are probably the two most likely that certainly feel indicative of something like Skystrike Academy. But then again, in this image that I've grabbed, we've also got the Lambda, which I would love to see remade in second edition. It's one of the, it was the first ship in X-Wing first edition that had moving parts, but then at the same time, well, I guess technically, didn't the Millennium Falcon's dish kind of rotate a little bit? I don't know. Maybe it's the first one in X-Wing second edition that had really cool moving parts with the wings going up and down all the way. And that was a big deal, but I feel like it's one of the sculpts, one of the few. There's a couple that I really, really wanted to see done, and I really would love to see that Lambda done as well. And that could be an opportunity. Maybe they'll put like a medium or large ship in these packs. I don't think they will, but hopefully a Lambdas do come out at some point. I don't see the Lambdas really being synergist or like meshing well with the name Skystrike Academy. It sounds like to me it would be TIE Fighters and TIE Interceptors. That's just the type of stuff that I think of when we talk about Skystrike Academy. So what would we get in here? Well, you know what? We've seen a lot of TIE specific cards that have come out lately, like the Precision Ion Engines. These came with the V-Wing, right? And then, of course, the Ion Limiter Override. We've also seen Thermal Detonators come out, and that's a device that's not faction locked. This would make a lot of sense. Maybe this might be in all of the packs. It certainly might be. There may be some option for some of these new factions to get some bombers. This is kind of one of the things that made me think, this would be an opportunity to drop a TIE Bomber or maybe even a Punisher or something like that hasn't shown up in second edition yet. It's a possibility. It really depends on if the plan is to make these all repaints of existing 2.0 available ships, or to potentially let this be a shortcut to have it be 1.0 only available ships, and this is a way that you can get them for 2.0 without having to go conversion kit plus 1.0 model. So that's an option. I'm really not sure what the direction is going to be, but these are all candidates for potential cards that we might see in Skystrike Academy. And then, of course, there is the Fugitives and Collaborators Squadron Pack. Now, this one, there's probably some debate on what exactly they mean by Fugitives and Collaborators, but I think it's pretty clear that that'll be Scum and Villainy, because if we've got Phoenix Cell and Skystrike Academy, it just makes sense for the third one there to be one of the original three factions from X-Wing First Edition, and that being Scum and Villainy. And as the picture I've chosen here indicates, I definitely think we need to see the HWK redone for Second Edition. Again, this does kind of lead itself to some of those questions on like, well, is this going to be stuff that isn't available yet in second edition, or are they going to do reprints of things that are already available and that have already been done? And it's kind of hard to tell. Like fugitives and collaborators could be a lot of different things. There could be Mandalorians, there could be Sick fighters, or Fang fighters rather. Six are a little different. Those are the M3As. But yeah, I think also, if we look at like the Jango's Slave 1, we're seeing a lot of cards here that are usable in Scum that aren't available to the Scum faction if you're only buying within faction right now. So I think, bounty hunters are definitely on the table here for people like Zam Wessel, Jango Fett, and Boba Fett, young Boba Fett as a gunner. A Boba gunner is definitely a possibility. I think the HWK is close enough, but I mean, we might see something like the Mist Hunter in there too. I mean, there's a lot of potential bounty hunter ships they could put in there, but not too many that aren't medium or large. So it becomes a little tricky to really pick out just the right type of card. Plus, we got a new Slave 1 title, and this is an opportunity to put that in there. I don't think that this means we'll see a Fire Spray in that pack, though. Unless, of course, they're going to give us yet another Fire Spray title, which I don't think they will. I think what they'll do is they'll kind of follow in a similar pattern to whatever the other packs end up being, which is, I'm guessing, 3 small ships. But and I could be wrong. They may go in very different directions for these new packs. But still, I don't really see them doing yet another Fire Spray in this pack, because I think that would really increase the cost of the pack, and I think some people would be like, dude, we've got enough Fire Spray models right now. But again, I could be wrong, and it really all depends on if they want to give out like another Fire Spray title, because if there's another one that they haven't done yet, then maybe they would put that in there and kind of do the paint scheme for that one. I don't think they'll go with like Jango's Slave 1 as a scheme just to sell it to Scum players, because they could just as easily just buy the Jango Slave 1 if they wanted to do that. So I think, that's why I don't see them doing a Fire Spray in this pack, but I think it is possible. Plus, it's an opportunity to give out Hondo, who is available for every faction, and I love that. As a matter of fact, I think he should be in all 3 of these packs, as well as all future Aces packs, because he's not faction locked, and he works with everybody. So I think Hondo ought to be in every single pack that they do. So that's kind of some of my guesswork, some of my assumptions based on what things that we'll see in there. Let me know down in the comments section if you agree or disagree with any of the kind of guesses or predictions or cards that I think ought to be included in these packs down in the description below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I also have a winner to announce, and that's going to be Zombie7979. Congratulations, you have just won you're going to win a Crabbok coin. I'm going to send that out to you. That's the Life Day giveaway winner for today. If you want to have a chance at winning one of the additional Life Day giveaways, all you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. Also, if you guys haven't already, check out some of the links down in the description below. There's links for lots of merch, masks, shirts, bags, socks, all kinds of cool stuff. You can get that stuff. Great stocking stuffers. Also, luxury playstyle makes for great stocking stuffers as well. So definitely don't forget that code Crabbok VIP. And I think that's about it. Make sure you check out my Discord, check out my website, check out all that stuff. There's links for all that stuff in the video description below if you're interested. Those are great ways to support the channel, plus Patreon. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I could not do this without you. So thank you so much for your continued support. I want to thank you guys all so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.